Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I've been very busy working on Kendo AI, our AI software company, but we're back and I have an absolute banger with you guys. So you've probably heard, if you're in the AI scene at all right now, that there will eventually come a time when someone will touch $1 billion valuation or business with a single person company. Now, in the past, saying that would be absolutely insane, but now we have agents, we have AI, we have all these really insane tools, and one person can have so much power and leverage that it will probably become an eventuality. Now, before you worry about making $1 billion, I want to show you guys today how you can make $1 million with no employees. Now, take the no employees with a grain of salt. You're still probably going to have sales reps. You're probably going to have other people, but I mean employees as like a W-2 salaried role. Most of these can now be replaced with AI. We're doing this in my own business. We're doing this across our students' businesses. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys step by step exactly what we're doing, how you can do the same thing, and how you can realistically, and I really don't mean this in a clickbait way, how you can make $1 million with no employees. Okay, so let's compare the old model versus this new model and what we're now doing. So the traditional model, to hit $1 million, you need like 10, 20 employees. Now in info or something, you can do this a little bit leveraged. You don't maybe need that many, but still you had a high overhead. Now we're going to say this in the terms of traditional business as like an enterprise, not just info, because that is a very unique use case. You got to have an office space or you have overhead, right? Even if they're remote. You have lower margins because you have labor costs, you have payroll tax, you have all these crazy things that go into hiring people. Complex management, it's slow to scale. There's a lot of complexity. If you're lucky, you're doing about 50% profit. If you're lucky, okay? Now, with AI, 0 employees, work from anywhere, 90% margins, your only hard cost should be software and token usage. AI does most of the work. It is very fast to scale, and you're making serious profit, okay? Now, what is this not? This is not straight consulting. This is not a traditional agency. It's not a service provider. It's not a vendor relationship like a lot of these traditional businesses have been, okay? What it is, if you're doing it the right way, is it's a partnership model. You're basically a fractional COO, CMO, CEO, whatever you want to call yourself, whatever services you're doing, right? You're still doing services. You're still doing work. You still have a work relationship, but you're doing most of the work if you execute this properly with AI, and it does most of the operational complexity for you. And you, if you're smart, again, are doing a partnership model where you're collecting a percentage of results. This is how we have students making $100,000 a month right now. And let's dive exactly into an example of this. So let's say you have an info product company, just because it's the easy one. They have a 18% show rate. So when someone books a call, only 18% of them show up. This is terrible, not good. 28% close rate, low, not good as well. They're hiring sales ops roles and their processes are breaking as they scale, right? They try to scale up ad spend. Show rate is killing the return on ROI. It's hard to hire reps. Reps aren't getting calls. They're quitting. It's this vicious cycle that honestly a lot of people deal with. Your role would be to fix the sales and marketing operations end to end. Now, how do you do that? Show rate optimization, sales process fixing, rep coaching and training, everything that impacts revenue. Now, again, if this sounds like a lot to you guys, just bear with me. I really promise you this is very simple compared to what it sounds like. Now, traditionally, to fix this, you would have to go hire a VP of something, whether it's like RevOps or a sales manager or something. You're paying a lot of money for this, right? Salary, benefits, equity, 3 months to find, 6 months to ramp up. They might not work out. And so you're spending a lot of cost to do this. Now, if you know how to use AI properly, you can do 80, 90% of this minus the human sales reps with AI. So you build the AI systems, you do the show up sequences with AI, the sales scripts and training with AI, something like Kendo, for example. Call analysis, something like Kendo. Performance tracking, again, also automated with AI. This takes 2 weeks to implement. And I genuinely can tell you guys, from someone that is literally working with enterprise companies on a daily basis with Kendo, you can do most of this with AI. They're bloated, they're slow. It's not ideal, okay? AI is the thing that solves all of this. Now, what could you charge for this? Well, you're comparing and competing with their alternative, which would be, I'm hiring somebody for 250 grand a year. So if you charge 15K plus a performance fee, you're a much cheaper solution, you're a much better solution, you're a much quicker solution. So not only are you cost effective, you're time effective, and your scalability effective. Because once they implement this, they can start to do that with other parts of their business, okay? So I recommend doing a hybrid sort of a setup fee. So a setup fee, because you're going to be building things out. So you want to always charge when you build something set, and then ongoing 15%, 20%, 25, 40%, doesn't matter. It's whatever you can get of ongoing incremental revenue, like what you're additionally bringing in for them. So if you help them go from $5 to $7 million, you help them go from 500K to 3 million. You help them go from 50K to 150K. It's the same multiples every time, right? No matter the level, you earn 15% of that increase. You earn 20% of that increase, whatever that is, okay? And realistically, this takes 20 to 30 hours a month to manage maximum. Like, this is worst case scenario. That's for one client, okay? Now, you're looking at this, you're watching this video, you're like, what in the world is this? It sounds complex, it sounds complicated. I promise you it's not, okay? Here is a further breakdown of this. If you used to need a 5-person sales team, you'd have a manager, you'd have a marketing person, well, ops and manager, right? That's like 500K at headcount. When I ran Closer Cartel, I had a sales manager, I had a marketing guy, I had myself, I had a COO. I paid just to operate the business millions of dollars. Just operate. Margin that I lost, profit that I don't have, plus payroll tax, plus everything else. Like, it's a pain in the ass. Now we're doing a lot of this with AI. And so our show up stuff, our sales training, our call analysis, our dashboards, everything but the actual human sales rep, which will be replaced eventually, is done with AI. And so they are getting the same outcome as a 5-person team with a third of the cost, zero hiring risk, zero payroll tax, faster implementation, more cost savings. You're getting $300,000 a year from one client, high margin, you're not working a ton, and you don't have a lot of management headaches because it's AI, okay? So to make $1 million a year, you need 3 clients doing 30K a month each. That's 1.8 or 0.08 million annually, 0 employees. Now, how do we do this? Well, here's the perfect target, okay? So not every business is good for this. Obviously, everything works in its ideal way. So for a prospect to actually be worth working with, they're going to need to have a few things. So one is an expensive operation problem, hence the sales one. That's a very expensive problem. Money to spend, so they actually make money as a business already. And they have problems that directly tie to revenue, so sales marketing systems. We don't want to be doing like frivolous, silly things, okay? If they don't have these, it's not going to be a good client. And so we want to make sure they do have these things. Now, here's the sweet spot if you want to go big. Now, take this with a grain of salt. You can do this for info. You can do this for agencies. You can do it for smaller businesses. But I really want to encourage you guys to go do this. I talked to a founder yesterday. I made a reel about this. He runs a software company that's been valued at $100 million. This is real valuation, by the way, not like Fugazi stuff. They've raised a lot of money. He is literally getting asked by their enterprise customers, okay? I'm talking like Uber, companies like that, for basically info and basically implementation of AI. How do we use AI? How do we teach our team to use AI? These massive enterprises need help with AI so bad, and they have money to spend. They really blow a lot of money. And someone like you watching this video could go get one of these clients and be set for a year just from one of these, okay? I'm telling you, I cannot stress this enough. So in the enterprise sense, again, take it with a grain of salt because info, but too small, maybe here. Again, I really want to say take this with a grain of salt. I don't want to give you guys blanket answers for things. It varies largely. But the perfect range is like 5 to 50 million a year. And now you're going to be hearing that and you're going to be like, that's so big. I could never sell to those people. I thought the same thing, guys, coming from the info high ticket space until we built Kendo this year. We have companies and clients that do $350 million a year. That's crazy. They're not that different than you and I. They're normal people. They just have a bigger business. That's it. So if you find people in this range, they have the problem, they have the budget, they have the decision maker accessible, they move fast, they're desperate for solutions. They will pay you. Now, plus 50 million is too big, right? But at 5 to 50 million, they're much too big for like founder mode. So they have ops, they have systems, they have teams, and they have bloat. They have problems because of these things. And so you guys can come in and literally deploy AI. And I'm talking as simple as setting up like the most basic stuff, like data reporting. That's easy to build out. Sales rep tracking, sales data, show rate, integrating marketing and sales systems to where they can talk to each other, right? Stuff like that, like really easy stuff. And we'll make videos about how to technically do this here this week. But I'm telling you guys, these people have problems that they want to pay. They desperately want to pay, and there's not enough people in the solution or in the market to offer solutions like this. Okay. For these companies, you are faster to deploy than the alternative. You're cheaper to hire, and you're a lot less risk. Because if you're a company of this size and you hire people, there's a lot of complexity that comes with that. So the industries that you guys should be targeting for this: low scale info products, bigger scale e-com, online coaching, SaaS, like legal, government, things like that. Now, the big ones that I would really tell you guys is software, like enterprise software, like legacy, bigger, bloated, kind of older software. Like, for example, Salesforce has a shit product. They're bloat. They're so large. They have a lot of complexity. You're not going to land them as a client. But the people that pay for Salesforce, they could be your client. Those could be a good client for you, and they're easy to find. You can just find them on lead scraping softwares. Now, here's the problems that you're going to target: sales operations, marketing operations, customer success systems, okay? So sales ops, the biggest metrics that you can solve in these businesses are things like show rate, close rate, lack of visibility, lack of data. That's where we specialize. I keep pulling up my shirt. That's literally what we're doing, guys. Like, I'm doing what is on this video right now. So a lot of these AI people are going to be telling you guys to like do these things that they don't do. I'm doing this. My mechanism just is a software. Like, Kendo does this. Kendo fixes your low benchmarks. It fixes your performance visibility. It fixes your inconsistent sales process and training. It does all that. We just do it with software. You can do this without software. You just do it with the AI systems. You just have to build it out, right? Same with marketing. Really high customer acquisition cost, low funnel conversion rate, no attribution tracking, poor email sequences, right? And then like customer success or system stuff, like high churn, retention is bad. For example, manual retention efforts. Right now, if you have AEs or SDRs doing that, if you simply build out a flow in N8N to do this, it will work better than the humans would. And it's cheaper, and it costs you like nothing. Like little things like this, guys, 1% at a time really make you better. So the model summary here, I really want to break this down for you guys. So what? AI-powered revenue operations partner. I'm just calling it random shit, so you can call it whatever you want. Who? $5 to $50 million businesses with these operational problems. How? Performance-based relationship. Delivery, automated systems that do 90% of the work. Employees, 0. Time, revenue, okay? So this is a very high-level overview. Now, I don't want you to watch this and be like, oh, well, what do I implement? I have to split these up. I have to split these up so you guys understand. However, the point that I want to make for you is right now, there are so many companies out there that want to implement AI, even the most basic stuff. You got to think, if the employees in these companies are using AI themselves, it's not shared across the org. It's like my ChatGPT account, my Claude account, my Cursor account. There's no visibility. There's no data. There's no communication between software. There's no like literally anything because it's so early. And the bigger the company is, the slower they fix these things. And so if you guys can come in and watch these other past videos on my channel, and you can understand how to implement these things for other businesses, I am telling you, this is how you make money. Kendo just crossed a really, really nice ARR milestone. We're worth a couple $1 million right now, right? We are literally doing this just via a software. And now the reason I don't tell you guys to do software is it's expensive. It's complex. There's a lot of complexity, but that's why you get the valuation. You guys should do this as a service rather than as a software, but do the same freaking thing. I'm fixing show rate. I'm fixing close rate. I'm fixing ops. I'm fixing data tracking. I'm fixing visibility. I'm fixing communication. I'm fixing whatever it is, right? I don't want to tell you guys specifically what to do because this business model is not really around a service. It's really around the high level. It's around the strategy because the service just comes up when you talk to the business. Like, oh, what are you dealing with? Oh, this problem. Okay, here's how we'll fix it, right? So I hope that helps. This is a broad video. We're back on uploads. I'm going to be recording a lot for you guys. It's been very busy with Kendo. So I hope that makes sense. Please, please, please let me know in the comments what you want more specific videos on. We can go a lot deeper for you guys. I just try to keep it high level on this channel. So much love. God bless. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.